The story of a video game is typically told through in-game text or voice-acted characters. Sometimes environmental storytelling is also used, where the player interprets the narrative through places and items encountered in the game world. A unique take on this technique is Unpacking, which offers players a compelling story which is told entirely through the objects that you find. This indie game was released in 2021 and received critical acclaim with many awards for its original gameplay idea. While other video games typically have competitive challenges through scores and timers, Unpacking is instead simply just incredibly relaxing and satisfying. It also invokes sentiments through the objects that you place into each of the game's levels. So let's take a look at how Unpacking has a unique emotional storytelling experience without any dialogue, but beware of spoilers for the game from here on out. Unpacking provides you with the enjoyment of moving house by combining a simulator and a puzzle game into one. You follow the life of a character that is never seen in the game, but you learn about them through their possessions. The levels take place in different years between 1997 and 2018, with each centering on an important life event. The first level sees you moving into a childhood bedroom, with many items likely being nostalgic to the player. You then move to a university or college dorm room where only some of your childhood possessions are brought along with you. Other levels in the game explore various relationships that the character has, from moving into a shared place with a group of friends and later their significant other. The final level then challenges you to furnish an entire multi-bedroom and multi-bathroom house. Each of the levels begins with a room piled high with boxes, and you start pulling items out at random, never knowing what you will take out next. Your only objective in the game is to figure out how to organise and place items into the limited spaces available. Unpacking has very few rules, and you are given a great deal of freedom as to where you can put things. For instance, perfectionist players can organise things by colour and ensure that shoes are correctly paired up, but this is not a requirement for completion. However, to progress the levels, the game will tell you if items aren't where they should be. For example, you can't just place items on the floor or pile things onto the bed and call it a day, as you might do outside of the game. Also true to life, some items may have ended up in the wrong boxes, and you'll have to place them into the correct room. Many items that you need are also frequently buried beneath the very items you need them for, such as the hangers for your clothes or the stand for the umbrellas. The reason why Unpacking's gameplay works so well is that making progress by organising items and making each of the rooms tidy is incredibly satisfying. This fact is even showcased by the game, providing a time-lapse of you completing a level to watch back over. As it turns out, you can learn a lot about a person and how they live through their possessions. This is how Unpacking tells its story, with each of the items that you take out of the boxes adding to the overall larger picture of the main character. You learn a lot about the character's hobbies, one of which is video games, which will be highly relatable to the player. You unbox various game consoles and game cartridges, as well as several board games and figures from role-playing games. You also learn that the character is an aspiring artist, and you unbox their first drawing tablet in the early levels of the game. Later on, it becomes apparent that they found some success with their work as you discover posters and awards for a book series. In fact, Unpacking implements many overarching stories between the levels that are told through various items. While some may disappear, others may reappear later on and remind you of happy memories. One of the most obvious examples of this is the souvenirs from places visited around the world. Initially, there is a red London bus from the UK and a small replica of the Eiffel Tower from France, but by the end of the game their collection has expanded considerably. The characters' relationships can also be learned from various postcards that you stick to the fridge or notice board, with many being reminders of happy memories with friends. They also tell the story of a breakup where the photo of their ex-partner gets a pin through the face. The game even ensures that you notice this by making you remove this specific photo and hiding it so that it's not on display. The items in Unpacking form a very simple gameplay mechanic, but one that has a significant emotional impact. They are even used in the game to give a glimpse of the character's future. Unpacking manages to convey an excellent narrative of a character despite never seeing what they look like. The calming gameplay and random items accumulated throughout constantly remind the player of important moments from their own life. Ultimately, Unpacking does not need to have dialogue lines or text to be able to tell an impactful and expressive story.